Come in. Have a seat anywhere. Win or lose, I always celebrate.
Timothy. I have to tell you something. I'm not who I say I am.
What is it? Are you married? I know we hardly know each other, but I thought we had a connection.
No. That's not it. There's someone here to see you.
You have a kid?
No, I work for the Federation.
Captain.
No need to be alarmed.
I'm not. A little disappointed maybe. How's Commander Data?
His body was destroyed. We were able to salvage his matrix. He's now part of the computer.
Why are you here?
The Federation is forming a new task force to uphold the Prime Directive. We want to recruit you.
Your simulation statistics far surpass anyone passing through Starfleet.
Why should I give up what I have now for Starfleet?
Because none of this is real.
Fine. I'll keep an open mind.
The original timeline has been altered. We need you to go back in time and fix it.
Perhaps we should take this elsewhere. Come in.
It's been a while, old friend.
I could say the same thing.
We are on our second honeymoon. I won some tickets in a poker game, lost the rest betting you would win against the Borg.
I've been distracted.
Well, it's a pleasure seeing you all, but we are interrupting. We'll let you guys get back to business. Drop by for dinner sometime, Admiral. You too, Timothy. We'd love to have you both.
We are integrating transport technology into the mobile emitter. Ground troops will be able to clear mass distances and have an edge in combat. You remember Beverly?
Of course.
We are working on a way to speed up the growth rate of plants. Combined with stem cell research, we can grow vital organs.
So you've discovered the fountain of youth?
Not exactly. But we will be able to enhance the human immune system and body's ability to heal on its own.
Thanks, Beverly. See you tonight for dinner. Thanks to Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and Discovery, we can see time and interdimensional anomalies as far as the Delta Quadrant.
Hello, Timothy.
Data.
Only one reality has substance, only one outcome out of infinity that embodies all that is in jeopardy. In fact, the end has already happened. Are you familiar with déjà vu?
The feeling you've already done this before.
Déjà vu is an indicator. It happens when an event in the past changes the timeline. We used to think that damage could not be reversed because the original timeline no longer existed. But that's not true. The original timeline continues to exist for a time as a dying reality, like an echo. As a consequence to the destruction of Vulcan, the Enterprise never actually came across you those many years ago. That is to say, you are not the real you, only an echo.
Are you saying I'm dead?
You are experiencing what is known as temporal dysphoria, similar to Naj in Klingon culture. Your soul is refusing to pass over like everyone else in this timeline. What we call the Echo has become a recruiting grounds for the Order. We are able to sever the connection for those who are willing.
In short, a man named Nero went back in time through an anomaly and destroyed Vulcan. We need you to travel back 100 years, sneak past Nero, enter the anomaly and use it to arrive a few days before the launch of the Narada and destroy it. And if at all possible, arrest Nero. This single event is the thread from which multiple knots can be undone.
Can't I just take Nero head-on in the past where he exits the anomaly?
You would be fighting a ghost. You must return to the point of origin.
We can't even travel back and change his trajectory during his childhood. We are unable to locate Nero in the recent past due to the Romulan supernova and its disruption on the space-time continuum. Like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
If I stop Nero, doesn't that create a conundrum? If Vulcan is saved, you'll never come looking for me. If you never come looking for me, then I never went back in time to prevent it.
That's an assumption. Your ship has a time dilator and will return before we contacted you. There will be two of you, except the other you will be stood up. You will not be able to go back to your old life. You will become a permanent member of the Order. You will exist both in and out of time.
I don't need any time to think about it. I'm in. But I'll need my crew. They've been by my side for years. I couldn't have done it without them.
Are you sure they are willing to give up their lives for a collective, so to speak?
Of course, I don't speak for them, but I'm in.
Very well. We'll see you in the morning at Space Dock. I'll introduce you to your ship. You bring the crew.
Data. Picard. It's good to see you both.
Picard is no longer asleep, and 7 of 9 is resisting.
We are one and the same 7 and I. She just needs a reality check.
Shall I deal with Picard?
No need to tip our hand quite yet. The Q have lost interest. And are weak. It might be time to test the waters.
Was any of it real?
I didn't mean to trick you.
You mean lie to me? Why not tell me on the first date?
We all must follow the Prime Directive.
Where does that leave us?
As colleagues. Nothing more.
To think I was falling in love.
Love will have to wait, we have a duty to perform. You are no Vulcan. Humans have a hard time keeping their emotions in check. Besides, you should be impregnating a younger woman.
Finally, I can die with honor.
I take it you're all in.
Maybe it's just a feeling, but there's something in the air.
Any more thoughts? No. I figure who cares what we do as long as we do it together. 7 is here to debrief us on the ship.
The ship is Prometheus class, has a low-output cloak, neural interface for pilot, equipped with multiphysic shields, torpedoes and phaser. Once you reach the anomaly, you will be exposed, hopefully in all the chaos you'll go unnoticed. We found parts of the Narada and have time residuals that are now programmed into the ship's sensors. So you should have no problem finding the Predator.
Does everyone got that? All right. Spend the day getting acquainted with the ship. Get some rest, we leave tomorrow. Dismissed.
You have a fine crew, but this isn't a game. You're going to need a good pilot at the helm.
7. Are you sure that's wise?
Nonsense, you'll need her expertise.
I'll put my feelings aside for the sake of the mission if that's what you mean. Do you ever get used to it? Is there a trick?
Mind over matter.
You mean learn to dodge phasers?
That depends on how good the other guy's aim is. I'm talking about not intruding on other cultures, including your crew.
Will you be joining us?
No, I have to see about an old friend.
Honey, I think it's time to go inside. Come in. I've been expecting you. You don't need those here.
No different than the rain.
Just a little ambiance in anticipation for your arrival.
We all wear masks to hide our true form.
I take it this is not a social visit. Sorry I tricked you.
A little older, a little wiser, I now know you can never go forward in the Nexus, only back.
Can't we just say I died on the Enterprise? Here, I have a wife and daughter.
This isn't up for debate. I'm here to take you by force if necessary. Temporal computer gives you a 50% survival rate. That's all I can tell you, James.
So a computer decides my fate?
Something like that. But you and I both know none of this is real, just an accumulation of thoughts. In the Nexus, you are truly alone.
I don't suppose this can wait until morning?
I wouldn't want to cheat death or life for that matter. One more ride for old time's sake.
Admiral, we thought you were dead.
I was. At least I thought I was.
What you need is some whiskey.
Earth. 21st century, NASCAR race modified. Include a variety of cars from a starting point instead of the typical lead car formation. Random course with an intersection. 3 laps. 20 cars. I'll take 10th position. No yellow flags. Safety mode off.
Before disabling safety measure, protocol requires a viable reason for doing so.
Captain's prerogative.
Denied.
Computer, I need to know if the computer's algorithms are in tune with my higher brain functions, in case I have to take the helm during a level 10 emergency.
Denied. The chances of a level 10 emergency are few and far in between. With 7 of 9 as the pilot, coupled with the chances she is not at the helm during the emergency, does not constitute bypassing the safety protocol in the present.
I'm writing a paper on the existence of luck. I just want to test to see if it's true.
Denied.
My grandfather was a race car driver.
Granted. Race will commence in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6.
Wish me luck, computer.
Good luck. 3, 2, 1. Lap 2. There is an accident in the oncoming intersection. There is a 10% chance we will make it through unharmed at the present speed. Final lap. If you decrease your speed and head to the inside.
Thanks, computer. I don't need a backseat driver. Computer looking for maximum slipstream.
One inch to the left and you'd be dead.
Just lucky, I guess.
Lucky you have no broken bones, only a bruised rib, a slight concussion and some light internal bleeding.
Nothing a few nanoprobes couldn't fix.
Timothy. Nanoprobes are a last resort. You know as well as I know, everyone's luck eventually runs out.
I still had on my gear. I wasn't pushing my luck that much. I'm reckless but not crazy. The deflector dish is off.
Impossible. I've been running diagnostics all day.
The problem is at the main juncture. If I'm wrong, you can have bragging rights.
I never brag. I just don't like spacewalks, especially for no reason.
We are leaving soon, you don't have a choice in the matter. Can I ask you something? You never told me how you got the name Simon, seems strange for a Vulcan.
Half Vulcan, half Romulan. My parents were mortal enemies until they both crash-landed on a deserted planet and found love during the Vulcan-Romulan War.
Doesn't Plankto mean bloodlust?
As fate would have it, they were both going through it at the time. Why do you think I changed my name to Simon? My childhood was not an easy one.
What if we are all figments in God's imagination?
If we are all just figments of God's imagination, perhaps you should treat me as such. I could perform a Vulcan mind meld if you'd like.
No thanks. We are here. Scan the junction.
You were right, Captain. The main junction is off by .025.
What's the score?
2-1 for me, Commander.
At ease.
This is Bruce. With him on our side, we're not going to have to worry about boarding parties. His emitter is shielded with Borg technology and with the safety protocols off. I wouldn't want to face him. His programmer was an actual descendant of Bruce Lee and modeled Bruce after him.
It is my destiny to serve you.
Fate or destiny?
Fate is what happens when you stray from destiny. The program. For me there is no fate. Only destiny.
I'll try to keep us on the right path. For now, reserve 5% of ship's resources into linking Bruce's emitter with long-range sensors and planetary scanners, so he can join us in the field.
Do you spar, Captain?
Not today. If I'm going to keep you active, you're going to have to do something other than sparring. Do you cook?
Why, yes. I'm actually programmed with over 10,000 recipes from a myriad of cultures. But there is no organic ingredients aboard the ship.
You never know who we might come across. Have some organic ingredients shipped here before we go. I need fine wine and dishes from a variety of Earth's cultures, besides my stomach doesn't like replicated food. And duck. I love duck. Don't forget the duck.
Don't forget to duck. You are a very wise man, Captain.
You ask any of the crew, we play it safe in the opening rounds, choose our gambits wisely, and never sacrifice it all in the end game. Too many lives are at stake for you not to regenerate. Sleep is important. Without it, no matter how much information you gather, you will be unable to process it, and put everyone's lives at risk. Everyone gets the same lecture. You are no exception, and I give no special treatment.
I understand.
Last time I didn't choose my gambit wisely, so either we are moving into the end game, or we are starting from the beginning.
I'd like to think we are just beginning.
Good. Also, I told the rest of the crew they don't have to wear uniforms if they don't want to, that they can represent their culture if they'd like. I want everyone to be comfortable.
This is my culture.
Take us out 7. Engage.
Prepare for a slingshot around the sun. Hang on.